let your hair down and let's stay on the couch. Put your head on my chest and don't make a sound. We can turn off the phone, forget about the world, 'cause there ain't one damn thing in it that compares to you, girl. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen the Georgia evergreens, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, I can't stand it. Let's move this upstairs. Let me take these two hands and run them through your hair. All these things I wanna do are running through my head. You can dress in the hall, rip the sheets off the bed. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen the Georgia evergreens, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. No, they ain't, baby. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen Georgia evergreens, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, none of those things are pretty as you, no. Let your hair down and let's stay on the couch. Put your head on my chest and don't make a sound. We can turn off the phone, forget about the world, 'cause there ain't one damn thing in it that compares to you, girl. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen the Georgia evergreens, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, I can't stand it. Let's move this upstairs. Let me take these two hands and run them through your hair. All these things I wanna do are running through my head. You can dress in the hall, rip the sheets off the bed. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen the Georgia evergreens, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. No, they ain't, baby. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen beaches down in Florida. I seen Georgia Everglades. I seen a blue sky in Kentucky. I seen Colorado Springs. But none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, none of those things are pretty as you know. Baby, let your hair down and let's stay on the couch. Put your head on my chest and don't make a sound. We can turn off the phone, forget about the world, 'cause there ain't one damn thing in it that compares to you, girl. I seen a California sunset, I seen the hills in Tennessee, I seen the beaches down in Florida, I seen the Georgia Everglades, I seen a blue sky in Kentucky, I seen Colorado Springs, but none of those things are pretty as you. Girl, I can't stand it. Let's move this upstairs. Let me take these two hands, run through your hair. All these things I wanna do are running through my head. Leave your dress in the hall.
A couple minutes of back of jam and roll on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the FretJob. It's a live talk show where we dig into the bones of the guitar world. We touch on pretty much anything with strings. So the FretJob is brought to you live from Frizzell Guitar at 228 Jane Trail, Danville, Kentucky. Kentucky's premier guitar store, full-service luthier shop, and home of Frizzell custom-built guitars. So now, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my co-host, the master luthier and owner of Frizzell Guitars, Mr. Brandon Edwards.
Heck yeah. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the FretJob. My name is Brandon Edwards, and I'm your host here at the FretJob with my wonderful, great co-host, Jonathan McCorder. If you need anything real estate related, and he is the baddest thing to ever touch a harmonica, and he is one of the baddest guys to ever touch 6 strings. So welcome to the Fret Job. We got a great episode for you today. And without further ado, we're going to take it off with the product spotlight. Or not product spotlight, but the local spotlight.
Local spotlight. So Brandon's probably going to have a little better knowledge of this local, but I've got a little bit because I've seen it. I've been there. But our local spotlight's going to be the Lodge at Logan's Vineyard.
He's seen it as much as I have, so we both seen it at the same time.
Yeah, it's a cool place, man.
So,
it's over in Mercer County.
We'll cover this part first because I feel like so last week for Zell Guitars, we signed our first artist contract out with Brad Harden. And so he signed a 1-year contract to play that beautiful Telecaster on stage, which is pretty incredible for myself. So we needed a venue that I could do this, because not just a special thing, it's not just build the guitar, give the guy the guitar, he walks out the door, and you see him. I want to make this special. It's a special occasion. Brad's fixing to be country's next big hit. That was Brad playing the Starting Soon screen, by the way. But Brad's fixing to be country's next big hit. He's got 18,000 followers on Facebook. Go follow him at Brad Harden Official on Facebook, too. All the likes and the shares is greatly appreciated. But one of the things I want to mention is he's going to be country's next big hit. He's going to play this guitar on stage. If Brad takes it as big as everybody knows he's going to take it big, he's going to be playing that guitar on stage, and I hope so. I've worked really hard to make that guitar for Brad, and I want to say, hey, man, Brad, you are something special, and I want to do a special commemorative for him and for me and saying, hey, you're going to play my guitar. And
man, I saw the guitar. I watched that guitar kind of come together as you were building it. And hey, man, it's a nice piece.
What did you think about, and we're talking about the Lodge. So when I mentioned this, nobody in Danville wanted to have the business, no offense. So I had to find a place. Well, the Lodge at Logan Vineyards contacted me, and they said, hey, we want to have you. And they said, I didn't know about this place, but but I'll tell you what, Teresa, she put on a heck of a, I think it's Teresa. She put on a heck of a venue there, and it was beautiful. What did you think about it?
It's a very nice venue, man. The decor, the way the place is built, it feels like what it is. It feels like a lodge when you're in there, and the space where we actually had the event, man. There's plenty of room in there. The acoustics sounded good in there. It really did sound pretty good in there too. I was impressed. I was impressed with the venue. I was impressed with the entire event, man. It did good. It looked good.
Yeah, and you can watch all that stuff back on our Facebook page or YouTube page, whatnot.
Definitely check that out.
And you can also check these videos out afterwards on the YouTube page and other great goodies that are also on the Facebook page. But I really wanted to capture that moment, and the Lodge at Logan Vineyards really did a good job of helping me capture that. We had an awesome.
And you can kind of see the venue if you go back and look at some of those.
It's gorgeous. We had it set up, and it felt like a professional thing. And I tell myself this: I don't do anything that's not professional. I want to make a statement. And when Frizzell Guitars makes a statement, he don't just make a small statement. He makes a statement that barks.
Yeah, it was a nice thing, man. I really enjoyed being over there.
Yeah, for sure. And we've had a lot of people tuning in today, which has been extremely, extremely incredible. And
Brad is a good artist, man. I think he's I think he's got a really good chance at doing really well in the music business. It was a good event, man, and a great event space. So if you got anything going on that requires an event space like that, they're worth checking out. It's over, like I said, it's over in Mercer County. It's a beautiful place. Once they get their, how long, they haven't been there very long.
About a year.
As what it is.
So they're also a wedding venue and stuff, and they offer
and it'd be great for a
packages.
wedding.
Yes, they have an outdoor as well as an indoor reception hall.
It would be great for that.
To have your wedding. They have an outdoor setup for the wedding stuff. Overlooking the big farm.
Matter of fact, it's going to be a really versatile event space. You'll be able to do a lot of different things there, and it'll go over well.
Business meetings and everything, and we're just really, really pleased. And thanks everybody that's tuning into the Fret Job. Once again, I'm Brandon Edwards, and this is my co-host Jonathan McCorder. And we're coming back at you here. We're talking about, we just got done talking about the Lodge at Logan Vineyards. Follow them on Facebook, like them, and all social medias and whatnot. But we're really trying to get in here. We're going to talk about some new gear today.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk about some new things and some new gear. Just have a discussion. We want to discuss with you what your thoughts are on some of the best new gear for 22, 21. What do you think? What do you like? We want to know. We want your interactions. We're going to tell us our thoughts. I'm going to tell you my thoughts as a guitar store owner or a music store owner, and then I'm going to tell you from my player side of it, and then my luthier, and he's going to tell you his side of it. So what you want to start off with? You pick.
Well, I'm sure every other musician that's out there watching or is going to watch this, I'm sure they sat around with, basically dream shopping, you know what I mean? Window shopping on their phones. They sit around looking at all the new stuff that's coming out. They hear about it, and then they go seek it out and see if it's something that they like. And that's what I do. I mean, I've always got some kind of wish list going, but my wife will kill me over these wish lists one of these days. But
my father has one of those with guns.
That's
why
there's a
I can't
lot
go
of
to pawn shops alone.
I completely understand. I've been there on those too, but more so on instruments now. But
yeah,
I'm always working on a wish list, and there's always new stuff coming out. And right now is better time than ever to be making a wish list, because right now there's new stuff hitting the market right and left. Technology has taken off crazy in the music industry in the last few years, and it's going to go nowhere but up from here. So yeah, man, there's some new stuff coming out. There's some new stuff that's already out. I mean, you know how popular the SMB microphone has been over the years. Well, Universal Audio, they have came out with a competitor for that SMB7, and it's actually a pretty cool looking mic, man.
He's a mic guru, by the way, as well. He loves microphones.
So the mic that they come out with, it's a Universal Audio SD1 standard dynamic microphone. And guys, I don't know if you can see that. It kind of looks like an SMB7. It's kind of what it looks like. We're going to do a better
job of putting this on the screen.
Yeah.
Later on down the road.
But anyway, it's a dynamic microphone, so you may want a cloud lifter with it or something like that, because sometimes they're pretty gain hungry. But they say it's a good mic. It's reviewed well so far. And I think it'll have a good broadcast sound, but they're also talking about how good it is for recording vocals too. So hey, that's versatility, man.
I think your phones knocked your focus.
Yeah, it'll come back in a second.
Yeah, but so we're talking about all things here, which is really cool. We want to hear your all's feedback, so please don't hesitate to comment so we can talk. We love it when you guys interact with us on the live. Like that means more to us than that. So let's talk about something else. We're going to talk about, so my standpoint, if those of you that don't know, I worked 1.5 years at the Gibson Custom Shop. One of the greatest places to work at. And I worked there at a luthier school, so they just come out with the new guitar model, and I'm sure if some of you Gibson friends are watching, you guys have worked or built on the new Theodore. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Theodore, is that right?
Yes. That's
that's what I thought. I don't want to pronounce, somebody said, well, you're pronouncing that wrong. Like, okay, I'm from Kentucky. I do good enough just to pronounce things. But,
man,
no.
the phone didn't.
But, so we go, so what had happened is Ted Mccarty, those of you who don't know who Ted Mccarty is, he did a lot of awesome stuff for Gibson over the years. And a lot of guitars. Well, he designed this guitar, and I guess, I don't know exactly what he did when he designed this guitar, but he designed it, and it went in the archives. Well, they found it. Well, he was an influential guitar, designer as a president of a company. And so they took this guitar. They took this guitar here, and they were like, okay, let's design something. And they designed the Theodore.
It's a cool-looking guitar, too, man.
I mean, some people are hating on it. Some people are loving it. I mean, what are your thoughts? Those of you that see it, what are your honest opinions? Some people are crapping on it. Gibson, why'd you come out with that? Some people, man, this is epic cool. I can tell you they're sold out right now. So
and their retail price is almost $5,000, and they're sold out.
Yeah, There was somebody's got one for resale right now on Reverb for $10,000.
Wow.
So I mean, price gouging. Talk about that.
Man, I'm sorry about my camera, guys. That phone threw my camera for a loop.
Put the phone back on it. Maybe it may fix it.
I thought about it. Nah.
It's not that
Oh, well.
bad.
We'll fix it eventually.
Yeah. But so they come out with this Theodore, which is a killer guitar. And I mean, I really like this Theodore. I have no problem.
I think it's cool too, man. It's got 2 volume knobs, 2 tone knobs, and 2 P90s. How could you not like that? That's cool, man. You never see that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I mean, it's just super, super, super cool of a guitar. And I mean, who doesn't love what Gibson puts out? Especially if you're a Gibson fanboy like me. You love when they come out with something new and you wish you had the money to buy it.
Yeah.
So
I know you do, because you're always talking about what Gibson's getting ready to drop next. But yeah, I looked at the guitar and I read about it, and I think it's awesome, man. I think that they're crazy expensive, but there's guys out there that play like that. So
let me tell you something here. So this past week, I had the opportunity to finally, for the first time since purchase, I put new strings on my Les Paul. So I restringed it, cleaned it, and everything else, and adjusted.
That's the first time you've done that.
Yes. Honestly, I've been nervous. That's my child there. If anybody don't know, that Les Paul was my child, and I love that guitar. And so more than anything, I cherish that thing. I don't let too many people play it. I've let Jonathan play it, and let's everybody give a round of applause for his camera coming back in focus.
I figured it out. Glad to be back.
No. I don't knock this over here in front of me, but Gibson came out with I just love this guitar more than anything in the world. And I mean, if since we got plenty of time
you're talking about your Les Paul.
Yeah, my Les Paul, the one I played in the intro
told you,
here.
man, if I had that guitar, I would never lay it down probably. I love it.
Let me tell you about my story. Since I've been a little kid, I've always wanted a Les Paul Standard. And I wanted one for my 18th birthday badder than anything. And my father got me a Studio instead. And I mean, I just always wanted a Standard. The price, yeah. I always wanted one, and I got an opportunity while working at Gibson to buy one, and I did. And I'm just forever grateful for that guitar. And I love it. I mean, it's my guitar. I play it. I'm proud of it. I mean, I wish it had a better top on it, I'll say that. But I love that guitar.
I think it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful guitar, man. I love it. It plays great, plays sweet. And I've really been working out my chops here to get my chops better in playing. But that guitar and my Hummingbird Pro, you've seen it on the channel before.
Can we show them the Theodore anyway?
Yeah, I could show them, make a way to show it. Give me just a second.
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
No, we can make it. We're going to put it in the Be Right Back.
It's a cool-looking guitar, man.
We're going to put you guys in the Be Right Back screen real fast, and then we'll have it pulled up.
Yeah, I want you all to see this
All right, we are back, and this is covering part of his face, but we wanted to pull up an image of these guitars, so there's all three of them. And he can't see them, but you guys can, and I can see them.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So it's got the hockey stick headstock, typically you see on like Explorers and Vs.
I think it's sleek, man. I really do.
I like it too.
And the reason I say that is because as I was reading about it, a lot of people were kind of dogging the look of it. But man, I think it's got a very modern look to be that vintage of an idea.
What you think about this? That modern double cutaway, I had one. That was a flop. Nobody wanted it, so they stopped making it. I mean, there's just things that people just like. People are traditionalists when it comes to Gibson.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. If you're a traditionalist, it's probably not for you, but it should be because it's an old idea, and it come from a master of guitar design.
I have yet to try one, but I want to badly.
I mean, Ted Mccarty, he's legendary in the guitar world.
Yeah, for sure, including PRS as well. So I'm going to take this off the screen here. So we're back to normal. So yeah, I mean, he is absolutely legendary in the guitar world. And one thing I want to mention here is not only how legendary this is, but I mean, we're talking about equipment here. And I'll tell you something else too that we're going to talk about here that's new. That new Fender Paramount, the 220 DE or whatever. I'm saying it right. Let me tell you, right before we started here, I come in the shop early this morning, and I was probably about this close to dropping the ball and financing one of those things, those Fender Paramounts. Also,
what's the price on those?
$829, all solid wood too, by the way. And I was about.
Now, is that a spruce top?
Yes. I was about this close when the Sunburst one to drop. Also, I found some Gibson Acoustics that were on sale, that were used and on sale in Reverb, and I was about this close to dropping the ball on one of them too, and I still may. So, I see these guitars.
I'll tell you what.
When you see a good deal, you just don't want to pass it up. And I mean, I don't need to buy one of these, but sometimes even myself, I'm a guitar nerd.
It's just back to what we were talking about earlier, that wish list mentality, man. Once you get to messing around with musical instruments and you really fall in love with it, you've always got a continuous wish list of stuff that you would like to have.
Yeah, people tell me you own a music store, you shouldn't have a wish list. I still have a wish list.
Absolutely. I tell you what, you were talking about you ran into some vintage, some Gibson Acoustics that you like that were a good deal. Man, I have played several. I have never played one that even comes close to the one you've got hanging in your shop right now.
The Dove?
That is one of the best sounding acoustic guitars I have ever touched.
Get some of that, Martin.
And I'm a Martin man, so it hurts me, but that guitar is something special, man. So if you're one of these people that's out there looking for something that's vintage and you want it to be your player guitar too, go over there and check that thing out because, man, you talk about tone. It's got tone for days, man. It's beautiful. I like the look of it too, but the sound of it is what is so amazing to me. What about other new gear? What other new gear we want to talk about today? What about about those new Boss amps that are coming out?
Yeah, the Katanas are bass amps, ain't they?
They are bass amps. Have you had any experience with their amps at all?
Yes, I have. I actually played a Boss Katana several times. Actually, almost own one. So they're great little amp. They're the competition to the Fender Mustang.
Competition to the Fender Mustang.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my opinionation. I could be wrong. Somebody's going to look at me and slap me across the face and say you're wrong. Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
So from what I can tell about them, they've got 3 preamp variations.
They're multi-effects, so I mean...
They got a 4-band EQ, 2 effect sections. Man, that's versatile, man, especially for a bass combo.
I love my Fender Mustang amp head. I don't got the small Fender Mustang. I've got the 175 watt Fender Mustang amp head plugged into a custom cabinet, which you've seen the amp play through it, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. Those of you that have been in my store, been in my shop, you know that's my amp head. So I picked that amp head up for a good price. So it's the big version of the Fender Mustang, and I got to tell you, the tone on it is sweet and incredible. And also, no, we're talking about new gear here, but so we've got a lot of new gear in the shop. We got a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier solo head. We got a Jet City all tube amp, combo amp, and then we've also got a Black Star vintage all combo amp, all tube in the store. We've got a lot of great guitars. And that
Mesa, if y'all want to hear that, y'all need to go check out on Frizzell's
YouTube.
It's on the Facebook page and YouTube. Okay. And Jaden did a demo of that Mesa dual rectifier.
We appreciate all Jaden does around here with the video things. He comes in He comes in here and works hard so you guys can hear these instruments and whatnot. And if you haven't, give this guy like any kind of credit. He does incredible.
And he does it because he loves playing music.
He loves music. He loves Frizzell guitars. He loves, he's a great friend. And I appreciate all the stuff that he does.
Good guy, man. It helps to have people around you that...
And in hindsight, we're just having a conversation here. April 1st, we're having a live guitar battle here, that goes head to head to head. So we're going head like Crossroads style. Winner takes a cash prize and takes all home. But we're just having this great guitar battle. And so
it's a get together.
Yeah, get together. Bracket, people come up, and I wanted to have an event here at the store that was pretty cool. And I thought, what better way than to have a little guitar battle? People get out of the house, have fun, get to play, and it's fun when you get to do something like this. I hope to make it a regular thing.
What about contestants in it? Have you talked with any people that are?
I had a guy
thinking about it.
Yeah, one guy said he was going to dress as Gene Simmons, with the makeup and the hair and everything and whatnot.
Now, did you tell him he's only going to be judged on one thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And Jonathan's thinking about being one of the judges.
I'm going to try to if I can. My wife's got a cousin that's getting married, so I'm hoping that doesn't overlay on that. But I would like to be there. But man, I think it'll be cool.
So
you all should go check it out.
Right now, we got Jaden, the guy in the video, as a judge. We got Matthew Dixon, the banjo instructor, as a judge, and then hopefully we're gonna have him as number 3.
And man, I think you're going to see that there's some excellent talent out here local, man. There's some guys out here that can straight up shred, man. And I'm hoping that some of them guys show up and really make that a heated competition, man. Nothing better than a little friendly competition. Plus, you get to hear some awesome guitar players. I mean, I'm mesmerized by somebody that can sit there and shred like that.
I will not be entering. I will not be any kind of judge. I will just be a host. That's pretty much it.
I think it'll be a cool thing, man. I think it'll be a cool thing. I'm going to get my next piece. I'll be right back. I'm going to step over here and grab my next piece of gear that's new to the market that I want to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all right, guys. So the next thing I want to talk about, what you got something you were going on with there?
No, nothing. I was just waiting to see what you got to offer on the table.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
All right. So I'm going to show you on the box a little bit here. So the thing I'm going to talk about, and I actually started out, when we first started this podcast, I was using this thing. And then we switched up our gear and the way we do this, so I don't use it anymore. It's called the Roland Go Mixer Pro X. And what it is is this for you guys out here that want to record music, but you want to do it on your phone. And I know that in the past, it's not been the best way to do it. And it's probably still not the very best way to do it, but
it is right?
It's one of the easiest and fun ways to lay down recordings of what you can do with your instruments and your vocals. And here's the actual device. Man, this thing it's small. Like, here's a harmonica and here's it. So it's got a small footprint.
Yeah.
This thing has got tons of versatility. I'll tell you what you can do. It makes it to where you can plug your guitar, your microphone, your keyboard, multiple microphones up to your phone, and it'll work with an Apple or an Android phone. It's got a micro USB on the back here, and that goes out to USB-C, or you can go out with micro USB. It also has a smartphone in or out, which is just a 3.5 millimeter jack, so you can go straight into your headphone jack. Guys, this thing is awesome.
Yeah, let me tell you something else. We're talking about all this. We're talking about all this gear here and whatnot, and stuff. I mean, this is incredible. And you guys comment. Let me know what you guys think. Say hey. Even if you guys don't know much about audio or music equipment, we'd love for you to say, hey, what's going on? Because we want to interact with you guys. So,
if you don't know much about the equipment, we can change that.
Yeah, we can really change that in a heartbeat. We want to make this an interactive thing, and we look forward to everything we do for you all. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're talking about all this new equipment. They got the microphone. They got there's a lot of great things that have already came out this year.
Yeah, if you think about it, you could take like this little Go mixer, and then you could get you one of those universal audio microphones we were talking about earlier, and man, you've got a podcast set up. If you've got your phone, one of these things, and a microphone, you're ready to roll, man. You could or you can record the songs that you've been writing or the songs you've been covering that you want to let your family hear. You can record that stuff on your phone.
All right, so we're gonna step back and be, hey, what's up, Chris the recorder?
She's downstairs.
Yeah, she is Jonathan's live studio audience, by the way. So Jonathan has a live studio audience, and she is.
Usually I don't have that, but I do today.
Yeah, so we're gonna tell a little corny joke here. So all you guitar people out there, you're gonna look at me like, man, he's telling a dad joke. He needs to go on somewhere. We're going to do it anyway because I don't care. So how many guitar players does it take to change a light bulb?
I can't be involved in this because I think I've heard it before.
So it don't take any because there takes another guy telling him how we could have done it differently.
That's a fact. Yeah, musicians. We're all of us.
What's up?
What's up, man? All of us are really good at telling other musicians the better way of doing it, But
okay, so
whatever way works for you is the better way, man.
I can tell when somebody's out of tune on stage just because I know enough. But there was
major
a show,
pet peeve for me.
There was a show, yeah, me too. There was a show a couple weeks ago I was at. And it was not one of Brad's or anything. It was another show I was at. And it had this band. I was only there with a buddy of mine for a brief bit. And I heard this guy sitting a couple seats over from us, or table over from us. And which there's people on the dance floor. And he said, they need to learn how to play guitar, take lessons. He said they're not playing it anywhere how whatchamacallit plays it. And I'm like, so you want to hear it played note for note? He's like, well, I'm like, no. It's no note for note crap. People play it how they want to play it. If they want to play it note for note, they can. I said, enjoy the fact that somebody came out here, their time, to give you live entertainment when they didn't have to do it.
And man, if I'm not getting paid to do it, I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it to make myself happy.
Let me tell you something. Share these musicians that are out here playing these shows in your favorite restaurants, your favorite bars, your favorite music venues. These guys are trying to make it big. These guys are working for barely any money trying to play music for you, and this is how they make their living and their career. You know, it takes 0 seconds or much of a kindness to share their music with somebody else, to share them, to come up and tip them and say, in their tip jar and say, hey, thank you. You know,
most of these guys that make it big spend a lot of time working for nothing.
Yes, and that is something that I wanna bring on, is because too many people, you know, you go to a show, well, they're not playing this song I wanted to play. Dude, be happy that they come there and performing. They're playing their heart out, trying to chase a dream. They're trying to work.
Usually they spend hours developing that set list, and more than hours. They spent weeks learning those songs and developing that set list, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They can't deviate from it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just it's kind of one of those things. And let me tell you something here. So last week I've been in desperate need of a audio interface pretty bad. And so I gave my buddy my audio interface because I need one. Well, I was looking for another audio interface. I didn't want to spend like $200 at retail. The cheapest one I found was like $100, looking everywhere. And I was like, man, I need to get an audio interface, but I need to. I don't know where to. So I don't go in here too often, but I was up at Guitar Center. I was in Lexington, and I don't go there because I'm a music store myself. It's like, oh man, a music store guy's going to another store. Well, I had to go up there for just a second, and I had to grab something very specific, and I could have ordered it, but it was something that was needed right away.
You needed it by Tuesday.
Yeah, and it was something that was needed right away. It was not an audio interface. It was something else, actually. The reason I went in there, it was for our church, and I just wanted to see if they had it, because it's something that you don't typically keep on a shelf, but I knew Guitar Center would have it because they have everything. So I went in there, and I said, I'll go to the back and look at the audio interfaces. Well, there was all brand new ones. I happened to look at a counter behind there, and they had a used audio interface, Presonus Audio Box 96, and they had it for a great price. So I said, almost looks brand new, untouched. But the guy said, come back there, sold it to me, and I was pretty happy.
Heck yeah.
So
and it works good, too.
Yeah.
It's doing the job, man.
To me on it now, hearing my undying voice.
Yeah.
So
man, I've got the Presonus Studio 24C. You're not hearing me on it right now because I'm running USB right now, but man, I've played with it quite a bit already, and they make solid stuff. Presonus does, man. I really like their equipment.
Yeah, I mean, Presonus makes some great things that are.
I'd like to get
epic.
some of their monitors maybe in the future.
What'd you ever do with those monitors?
I'm looking at them right now. They're sitting right over here.
Okay.
I haven't messed with them since I came and got them that day.
Yeah, with the speaker being messed up as they were.
Yeah, they had as a set of monitors that Brandon came across that they need a little bit of work on them, I think, and they were used monitors. So
they got water damage, so
I'll probably tear into them eventually and see if I can't get them doing a little better.
They had water damage, and that's caused problems, and I didn't,
Yeah, take care of your stuff, man. I mean, guys, when you go out here and buy all this equipment and stuff, it's easy to quit thinking about, when the new wears off, it's easy to start not paying attention to what you're doing with this stuff. But, man, it's expensive to replace this stuff. So,
yeah, for sure.
Be careful with it.
Definitely. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, so, I mean, got a lot of great things. By the way, May 20th, it's on a Friday. Brad Harden's playing here at Brazil Guitars. We're having our 1-year anniversary bash. We're having a food truck, live music.
1 year.
1 year, and I'm excited that I've been 1 year in business.
So how is it, has everything, I know nothing ever goes to plan, but how's your plan unfolding? The idea you had to start the place, are you happy with where you're at the 1 year mark?
Yes and no. I'll be honest, yes. I wish I had more guitars built, but the first year I was trying to figure everything out, get my shop together, trying to figure out what I needed to get going, trying to organize better between lessons, between me And I think I finally got to that point now where I figured a little more out. And it's a learning curve.
You're stretched pretty thin.
Yeah.
Really doing all those lessons and all that stuff,
yeah,
man.
And then
There's
I
a
manage
lot of
this,
work
sell
involved
guitars
in it.
and build, and I do a lot of repairs. But the thing is I like spending time with family. So I don't, I come in from 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. I build all day Monday until 4 o'clock. And I'm closed Sunday, all day Sunday. I'm completely closed Sunday. I'm closed Monday too, but I'm not up here on Sunday. But I want to, when I get off, when 6 o'clock comes, I want to go home and spend time with family. I spent 3 years away from all my family, and I want to spend time with my family and friends. Because if I don't, I'll end up killing, not literally, but I'll end up killing myself. And so you gotta manage that time. And repairs have kept me busy. The biggest hurdles is waiting on stuff and actually trying to figure out a setup. My biggest hurdle has been finishing.
Really?
Yeah, having a place to finish these guitars has really been tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a certain kind of environment to start throwing finish on something like that, something that's going to be finally finished. So you were gone for 3 years? Is that how long you were in Nashville?
Yeah, I was gone for 3 years. I
didn't realize it was that long.
I spent a year working. I spent a year at Luthier School, graduated there. Then I spent a year and a half at Gibson. So it was 3 years I was there, and 3 years. I mean, I enjoyed every moment of it, though.
Yeah, that was crucial to how you would do going forward. Was the time you spent down there?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely for sure.
I love Nashville, man. I've only been there one time, but we got hurricaned out of Florida, and on the way home we stopped by. And I said, "Man, I'm not going to let this trip be a bust. I'm going to stop at Nashville here and check this place out." And man, it was almost life changing to hang out there for just a couple days for me.
Yes, I mean, let me tell you, last night, one of the proudest things ever I've got to go to and be a part of was the Grand Ole Opry. And let me tell you something right now. Anybody can debate me on this, but there ain't no finer place to hear music than the Grand Ole Opry. And I'll say that right now.
Sure.
Drop the mic. I don't care.
Have you ever been in the?
Yeah,
been in the Ryman?
Yeah, that's where I've seen the Opry at. My first Opry experience was at the Ryman, and I've been to the new one and the old one. And let me tell you something. I don't care if you don't like country music or whatever you don't like. There is no better music place, an iconic music place, than the Grand Ole Opry, and that is the greatest place on earth.
Man, there's country music singers everywhere. That's their dream, is to stand in that circle. And
let me tell you something. Just like Brad's father told him, and I'm gonna say the same thing. We'll see Brad on the Opry one day. I know it.
I hope so. And I feel like that there's a really good chance of that, because he's a talented guy, man. He's got good stage presence.
What did you think when you heard him live the other day for the first time? That was your first time ever hearing him.
I was impressed, man, especially with his vocal chops. I mean, he's got the pipes, man. He can sing.
Yes,
really well. And I'm really impressed with his writing as well.
And how quick he writes songs. I mean, he is a super talented writer.
You hear that a lot, though. That's a kind of a classic thing you hear from really good songwriters is you'll say, "Man, I love those songs you're writing," or "You're such a good writer." And usually they respond with, "Yeah, I wrote that last night in 25 minutes."
Brad wrote a song called Ghost in like 15 minutes after getting off the phone with his friend about his friend's messed up relationship. And
that's awesome.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean,
the thing of it is you've got, when an idea hits your head, and you've got to put that down right then.
Yeah.
Or it'll get distorted if you wait and try to remember it later.
So I'm a Brad fanboy, so I listen to every one of Brad's songs religiously or on stage. So I know them all by heart, hearing them live. And people are like, "You get tired of?" No. Every time Brad plays his songs, I feel like it's the first time I've heard it. It still drags me in.
Well, he's sponsored artist.
Yeah, but even before that, I mean, take out the sponsored artist crap out of it, and let's talk about him in general. I think that my personal opinion is he drags me in the first time he did. He drags me in every time, just like the first time he did when I met him, when I seen him play.
Yeah. Man, that's a talent right there, man. If you can pull people in like that, then
let me tell you something.
You've done it.
when he plays his band, I feel like whenever time I hear him, even in Austin City or wherever he's got a full band, when I hear him, I feel like I paid like $75 and I'm sitting in some arena hearing some pro.
Yeah.
And I only had to pay $5 or I'm a guitar tech, so I got in. But it's like incredible. There's so many.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear the whole band. So.
Well, yeah. So he'll be playing with the whole band this Saturday night. I think this Saturday night he'll be playing with the whole band at Austin City Saloon in Lexington. Doors open at 7 o'clock. He'll be rocking the house with the A-Team.
Heck yeah, man.
That's what he calls his band.
I tell you. Oh, yeah, the A-Team. I remember you saying that. Man, I'm sure his band is awesome, but I heard him the way I really like hearing people. I heard him acoustic, singer-songwriter style, and I was impressed with that, with just him, so I can imagine what the band brings to the table.
And I'll tell you, I mean, hopefully he's going to be playing his new Frizzell guitar on stage. I can hope.
Oh yeah, I hope so. I can't wait to see him play that one in an actual show setting. While we're talking about live music, I kind of wanted to mention that one of my harmonica heroes is going to be in town, not in our town, but in our state pretty soon. On Friday, May the 20th, Blues Traveler is going to be at the amphitheater at Dant Crossing in New Haven, Kentucky.
Yeah. So you better not go there because that's the same day as my 1-year anniversary.
Oh, on May 20th?
Yeah.
Well, I probably won't make it to that Blues Traveler show, but
I'm
man,
sorry that I picked the same day.
He is one of my heroes. John Popper, their lead singer, and he's probably, in my opinion, he is the best harmonica player on the planet.
Blake said we're all speaking some facts. Yes, we are.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to speak some facts.
So let me
we definitely don't want to bring any fiction to the table on here. We want it to be all fact-based.
By the way, we're going to give a shout-out here to Blake Baker. If you ever need any kind of photography work done or any kind of stuff, please hit Blake up for video photography work. Blake is one talented dude, and I'll tell you, he kills anybody in photography around this area. I don't care if you go to some studio that's downtown, and you won't get as good quality work as he does. He kills any professional studio here in town in Kentucky. He is great, and I've been super pleased with the work he did.
Yeah, man, he did really good on your guitar pictures. I'd like to see what he can do with a video camera. What I'd like to see. Oh yeah,
for sure. I would love to see that.
I'm sure I will someday soon.
Yeah, for sure. If y'all need anything, hit up Blake Baker. He is very talented in his video works, and you won't find anybody else as good as him in photography work. So,
local spotlight extra.
Yeah, extra local spotlight. Anytime I see him pop in, I got to give him a shout out because the dude works hard, and for what he charges people, he does so much work and so much love into what he does. And like someone,
and he's showing us love by being on here. We're gonna show him some.
Somebody made the comment the other day in a Google review for me, and they said Brandon doesn't do this for the money, even though the money is what keeps his business going. He does it and helps people out because he loves it. He's not in this to make a money pit. He's in this because he loves what he does and he's passionate. And I see the same thing with him. When he does his photography work, it's the same thing somebody told me, is we don't do it for the money necessarily. We do it because we're passionate about it and it drives us. And that's the same thing, with you or real estate, that's kind of the same thing with you too, probably.
It is. If it's something that you're passionate about, that you enjoy, then you never work a day in your life. It's not work to you.
I mean, some days it's frustrating here at the shop, but I love it. I run my own business. I work my own hours. But I really like to take care of the people that take care of me, and I think that's the thing.
There's frustrating moments in anything you do.
But I always hear this: you want to take care of the people that take care of you, and that's one of my biggest goals: is to take care of the people that have always taken care of me.
That's a good way to think about it, man. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a great episode today. We've had a killer episode today. We talked about new gear. We've just had a conversation about some stuff. And
I like it when our episodes get conversational like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
I think that's when we're at our best.
I mean, we don't have any kind of set. We have a set what we talk about, but we just sit here and we talk and we spit facts, as Blake says. Because
I mean,
Jonathan, so do you have a player tip of the week you want to throw out? What you think?
Player tip of the week: if you only pick it up for 2 minutes, pick that guitar up every day.
And
I don't care if it's
right.
30 seconds,
Give
man.
me another
Pick it
tip.
up.
So I'm fixing to teach a guitar lesson after this, makeup lesson. So give me a tip I can share with him.
Another tip. Tell him every time he puts his guitar up to wipe his strings off.
To wipe the sweat. I've had people sweat in their finger cheese.
Yeah, when you pick up a guitar that somebody has not done that, I can almost always show you right where these dark spots are going to be on your strings, man, and they'll last so much longer if you just wipe them off with a dry cloth before you put them up.
Yeah, and those of you who are watching, comment, say hi. Let me know how you doing. Let me know what's up, what's going on. And another thing is make sure you oil. Don't be like Jonathan and don't oil your bridge or your fingerboard.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Mine's in better shape now.
Y'all say hi, what's up? Tell us we're ugly. Tell me I'm ugly. No. So
I know if my brother's still on here, he'll have no problem telling me that.
Don't you just love siblings?
Yeah. Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, good episode.
Yeah, very great episode. So we still got a few minutes. So while we still got a few minutes, we want you all, if you can, tell me what is your favorite music gear of all time. Let's hope somebody comments, and I want to hear your favorite music gear of all time.
Does that include instruments,
yes.
Right?
Instruments, guitars, it could be PA systems, it could be a pedal you had, your favorite music gear of all time that sticks out in your mind. We always get that one guy that's commenting, and we end, and then he hits me up afterwards. I was commenting, I was writing a paragraph.
Yeah.
So if that's you, sorry.
I'll tell you right now, and it probably won't forever be my favorite piece of gear, and it hasn't always been because I haven't always had it, but right now I'm in love with that little Pono guitar that I've got. I just keep playing it every day, man. I'm feeling guilty because I'm not giving my other guitars enough attention right now.
So I've been playing with my pedal board and my Les Paul, but the other day, Saturday, I had a little free time on Saturday, and it was like 2 hours before I closed the door. And I was going to close a little bit early, but it was 2 hours before I closed the door, and I was fixing to go home and relax for a little bit. And I picked up that guitar and I just started playing, and I couldn't put the thing down. And I looked at the time, and it was like 4:30, and I started playing at 2:30. And I told
you at the beginning of this episode, if I owned that guitar right there, I would have a very hard time putting that thing down.
But I mean, I had the time to practice. Piece. But I played that guitar, and I just found myself falling back in love with music again. And I just really, just falling back in love again. You know,
that's what a piece of gear has the power to do.
Let me tell you,
it has the power. The right piece of gear or the right guitar has the power to draw you back into your art. And to get you back involved in music.
So let me tell you guys something. I've been one of those guys that have went through periods of time where I thought, hey, where I just was burnt out. We all get those periods. But yeah. I really learned to love the music instrument even more and to grow since starting this business. And I just really are appreciative of everything. So come on down.
There's probably been a couple of times that I've actually laid music down for up to probably almost maybe 6 months. A couple times since I started playing that I just kind of walked away for a while. It's been a long time since I did that, though. I've been pretty much hooked for a while.
Does anybody want to buy a mandolin, or could we start a GoFundMe to help Brandon get a Fender Paramount? I'm kidding. Don't do that. Please don't. I will stand out on the street corner. Please donate for me to buy a Fender Paramount.
You'll get one. I already know you will because you've been talking about them for weeks, and I bet you've been talking about them longer than that, and I just haven't been around to hear.
Yes, And do not say that because I'm liable to finance one today, and I don't need to.
Oh, I always love it when somebody gets something new and shiny.
Yes, and then my bank account don't like it necessarily.
A little less shiny, huh?
No, but one last time, tell me what your favorite piece of music gear is, your favorite instrument gear, whatever. We're going to a couple more minutes here, and so let me know. A couple more minutes here, and if nobody comments, we're going to end the episode today.
Look like you got some store activity getting ready to happen there.
Yeah, I'm about to educate the young mind of this kid here.
There you go.
In music.
I hope you have a good lesson.
Yeah. We're going to educate him in the mind of music because he needs it. So,
we all need it. Even the ones that's been doing it for 20, 30 years, we all need a little bit more education.
We all be a little crusty at times.
Never stop learning, man.
Never stop, never say never. Is that what Justin Bieber said? I don't know.
I don't know what he said. I just say never stop learning. At least never stop trying to.
All right, well, this has been a great episode. I am Brandon Edwards.
I'm Jonathan McCorder. Y'all have a good week.
And this is the FretJob. Y'all have a great week.
See ya.